Hi everyone, today I'm going to review Unfuck Yourself by Faith Harper. She has a PhD, LPC at S, ACS, and ACN. Yes, that's the actual name of the book. I listened to it on Audible for free. You don't even need to use like one of your little credit token things, which I thought was really cool and really nice. If you listen to the audiobook, it's 3 hours long. So the reason why I wanted to listen to this audiobook is because I've been dealing with anxiety for the last several years, like 7 years. I've been dealing with anxiety, and I've tried therapy. I've tried like 4 or 5 different kinds of medications. I've tried drinking more water, which was my dad's suggestion, and physical exercise, being in the sun more, supplements, special kind of herbs. There's a lot of different things I've tried to help regulate and have some semblance of control over my anxiety issues. So this is just, I wanted to read it to kind of just like a self-help book. I wanted to see if there was any new techniques or anything new I could learn to help myself. Some of the things she talks about is the physical side effects you can have from having anxiety. So you can feel heart palpitations, you feel like your heart is going faster, you have high blood pressure, you can feel lightheaded, or you could feel like your extremities are tingly or weird sharp pains, your stomach gets upset, you feel like your throat gets tight, like it's closing off. But the other issue with the side effects that you go through is sometimes if you have anxiety and you are feeling heart palpitations or you feel weird, sometimes if your doctor or a medical professional knows you have anxiety, there's sometimes issues that they will just label it as anxiety and not test you at all, and then people end up having actual heart attacks because their doctors are like, well, they have anxiety. So the weird heart palpitations or the tightness of the chest you're feeling is just your anxiety, and it's not. I'm not saying every doctor does, and please don't think that I'm saying that. I'm just saying that some of them do. Not all, for sure, but it has happened before. She also talks about different medications. So there are several different medications you can take for anxiety, and she lists some of them and what they do chemically to your brain. She also labels, or she talks about, not labels, she talks about certain questions that are rather important that you talk to your doctor, healthcare provider about, or even if you're seeing a therapist. She talks about the different chemicals that get released in your brain when you're feeling anxious. I can't remember half of them because she used the medical terminology and they're just too big of words for me. She also lists the different kind of anxiety people have, because there are several different kinds, and the percentage of people who have that kind of anxiety. She goes through and explains how different minorities or people of different races or segregations or living situations can have more anxiety than other people. So like someone who, let's say, is well off is less likely to have anxiety than someone who lives in the slums and is struggling like every day to get by, which makes sense. One of the chapters is about different kind of supplements, herbs you can take, and food like berries or other stuff that you can eat that could help. It also talks about the different vitamins and minerals that you might be lacking or that you might need more of to help reduce your anxiety a little bit, like getting your gut health back on track and getting that balanced out might actually help with your anxiety too. One of the last final chapters is like a self-help kind of chapter, or things you can do without your doctor. we'll say. So like I said, you can buy supplements, change your eating habits. You can exercise, which is always great. You can get a weighted blanket. That might help someone. Getting a massage might help, unless you don't like being touched. You can find a support group or find a family member that's really supportive of you. You can do acupressure, which is like acupuncture, but if you don't like needles or don't want to try the needle thing, it's acupressure, where there's certain points on your body that you, not you specifically, but someone else will do acupressure on, and that's supposed to help alleviate anxiety. Something else that she said was that going and seeing a chiropractor every once in a while might also help with your anxiety too. Breathing techniques, doing like the belly breathing, the diaphragm breathing, tactical breathing, whatever way you want to phrase it, but it's breathing with your belly. So instead of breathing where your chest goes out, you breathe where your stomach expands, and breathing like that. Another thing she said is that you can do like where you're mentally retraining yourself, and I've done this in regards to thinking more positively in life. So what you do is when you start to feel anxious and you're recognizing that you're feeling anxious, you tell yourself out loud, if you can, if you're in a place where you can, you tell yourself out loud, like, I'm excited. So like, even if I'm feeling anxious, I need to say out loud, like, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I think she said, like, say it like 3 times. And over a period of time, you will start to, like, your brain will automatically start to associate some of the anxiety, at least, with being excitement instead. You can put ice in your hand and hold on to a piece of ice. That's supposed to be something that helps redirect your anxiety into a different direction as well. And at the very end, she lists like 5 other books that she thinks would be beneficial to reading if you want to, you know, read more self-help books about anxiety or do like more of a deeper dive to other authors or doctors. She also suggests different not YouTube videos, but things you can look up on YouTube that might help you as well. My final thought is I did like this audiobook. I thought the narrator did a really good job reading. And even when they go through relaxation and the deep breathing techniques and relaxing your whole body, the narrator did a really good job at talking and walking you through that process. I thought the book gave a lot of information in a really short amount of time, and I was really pleased that there was some things that I learned myself and new techniques I could use to help myself in the future. I really appreciate that personally. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.